Welcome to another video of Exploring GIMP Standard Library video series, module Times. The Times module is used for dealing with time, as the name suggests, from nanoseconds to calendars as well as time zones. In this video, I will show you some basic usage of the Times module by making a program that will capture the time it took to write an X amount of lines of text into a file, as well as the time it took to read from it. Over here we have some simple examples of the Times module procedures. Now let's switch to our program. Let's start by importing the Times module, and then we need a variable because we will be capturing the time at the start of this program using the CPU time procedure. Now we will be opening a file for writing, so we need a variable. Let's call it W, short for writing, and open file, and let's call it write read benchmark.txt, mode fm write for writing. Now let's also display some text to know that we have opened the file, so echo file opened for writing. Now let's make a loop to write, let's say, 10,000 times into a file. So we'll be using a while loop. Let's make a counter variable, so for I is 0, and while I is less than 10,000, we will write to the file, so W for the file dot write line, and let's say simply hello world, and then increment the counter. Now we also need to close the file after we're done with it, so w.close. Let's also display it so that we know it has been closed. File closed. Now to get the time it took for all of this to happen, let's use echo because we'll be displaying this text. Time taken, make a space to make it prettier, and then CPU time that it is now again, and then subtract from that the time W from the beginning, and this will get us the time. Now let's run this. Here we go. It took 0.014 milliseconds. Now let's read from the file. Firstly, capture the time it is right now. So also let's put a comment reading, and let's make a variable for the time R, CPU time, and then open the file. Let's R this time instead of W, open, and the file double writing reading benchmark.txt, mode fm read, and display to ourselves that we opened, echo file opened for reading. And now instead of a while loop to loop through the file line by line to read them, we will be using a for loop instead. Much simpler. For line in r.lines, and then we need a new variable. Let's just say O equals r.readLine. We won't be storing this at all. We're just reading and discarding. Now we need to close the file after we're done with it, and let's display it that we closed it. So echo file closed, and then let's determine the time it took. So echo time taken, comma CPU time, and subtract the time it took from the start of reading, so time R. Now let's run this. Here we go. It took 0.017 on the first one and 0.013 on the second one. This varies slightly with every run. Okay, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you liked it. You can also support me on Patreon. If you had any problems with any part of the video, let me know in the comment section. The code for this video is in the link in the description. Have fun!